Hello, I'm SMB Collector. Today I'll be showing you some of my favorite Super Mario finds from October 2021. With this being stuff from October and all, it's only right for there to be at least one Halloween item, so here's this t-shirt that I got from Nintendo's online store. It has a graphic on the front that shows various characters dressed up in different costumes. Besides this, I didn't find much new Halloween stuff this year, but it would have been awesome if more merch was made featuring this art, like a trick-or-treat bucket or window clean decorations or something. Next, we have this new Happy Holidays 1000 piece puzzle, featuring lots of fun Mario holiday artwork. There's Mario, or possibly Fire Mario, wearing a Santa hat and holding a present, Princess Peach with a present, Bowser with a present, Luigi, who awkwardly forgot to bring a present, and the happiest Toad I've ever seen. Maybe he's happy because he no longer has to worry about pretending he likes the gift Luigi got him. On the back, we can see the full puzzle image, which also includes a reindeer Yoshi. And then, looking further down on the package, we can see here that this was made by USAopoly. Like I said, I didn't find much new Halloween Mario stuff this year, but hopefully the winter holidays will be more bountiful. Moving on to the non-holiday pieces, we have one of my top favorites this month, and it's this Donkey Kong coin bank made by AJ Rensi Plastic. This is a large blow-molded figure of Donkey Kong with a slot on the top to deposit coins into. These coins can then later be retrieved from a spot on the bottom, but as you can see, mine hasn't even been cut out, with a spot that says "Cut to Open" remaining intact. A previous owner instead opted to cut out a spot on the back, which seems unusual, but I actually prefer it this way since it preserves that bottom panel. Also retained is this barrel sticker on the front that says Donkey Kong Bank, which is missing from a lot of the ones I see online. I've always been fond of the older stuff, and seeing as this is dated 1981, the year Mario debuted, it can't get much older than this. Also, mine had the Scotland pound or whatever it is inside. So random, it's not even a coin. Next is this Super Mario Bros. Super Show VHS tape, titled Butch Mario and the Luigi Kid, a spoof of Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, a classic western film from the 60s. The tape only contains the one episode, which has Mario, Luigi, and Toad traveling to the Wild West to rescue Princess Toadstool from King Koopa. If you want to find out if they're successful or not, you'll have to watch the episode. Or just read the back of the box, since it says there that they'll rescue her in a blazing showdown. Kind of a major spoiler if you ask me, especially since there's only one episode. I'm not sure what the consensus of the Super Show is, but despite its flaws, I love it, so I'm always happy to add more of its stuff to my collection. Continuing on, we have this Mario Kart Racing Wheel Pro Mini that I found at Walmart. This is a Switch peripheral for use during games like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, giving the player a comparatively closer experience to actual driving. Inside the box is the wheel, of course, which features programmable buttons, including the big center one, and then also foot pedals. When I was a kid, I would have been all over something like this for Mario Kart 64, but now that I have a driver's license, the allure is kind of gone, but it still makes for a cool collectible. Up next, we have something that just gets better with each detail. From the front, it's just a regular Nintendo 64 baseball cap, but then on the back we see none other than the Super Mario 64 logo, which is already enough to make this an awesome piece to me, but with one more turn we can additionally see the Kellogg's logo, making this a cool tie-in collectible. I'm guessing this was related to the 1996 Kellogg's Nintendo 64 promotion, but I don't see it offered as a potential prize on the back of the box, so maybe it was worn or given away promotionally rather than as a prize in their instant win game. It does say promo cap on the hat's tag, but that's vague and could mean a lot of things. So please, leave a comment if you have any solid info about this hat. Next is this plastic water bottle. Around the exterior is artwork from Mario Party 9, mostly from the game's box art, but also additional elements like Luigi riding this Wiggler. On the bottom, we see it's dated 2017, which is odd since the sequel would have been out by then, and indeed, despite clearly saying Mario Party 9 on the sticker, some websites did actually market this as a Mario Party 10 water bottle. Although it's not stated anywhere on the product, this is made by a company called Just Funky, who also made the next item I have to show. This is another water bottle, this time with Just Funky's logo hovering above a field of other game series logos. The ones that give it a place in my collection are the Super Mario and Mario Kart ones. I feel like this would have to be some sort of promo freebie for trade shows or something, since I'm guessing it would be a licensing nightmare to get all these logos onto one product under normal conditions. I also kind of doubt there's a big demographic of people who want to flex their Just Funky brand loyalty, but looking on their website, it does seem to be available for purchase. But it's only $5 and you need an account to shop there, so there's probably more to this than what's on the surface, so who knows exactly. I could make guesses, or I could just move on and show you a Mega Yarn Yoshi. This amiibo was released back in 2015 for use with Yoshi's Woolly World for the Wii U, and is significantly different than most other amiibo, being closer to a full-size plush rather than a minifigure. I didn't buy this or most other amiibo originally, since I just viewed them as expensive versions of what toy companies were already making, but in hindsight, it's definitely unique and would have been worth getting. Lucky for me though, my girlfriend did buy one back then, and after coming across it again last month, she passed it on to me. The final stack of items I want to show you today are 14 volumes of manga straight from Japan. I'd love to go in depth with them like I did with those Kei Bunsha encyclopedias back in April, but I simply don't have the time to do it, so we'll just stick to looking at the covers this time. By the way, I sort of like that other video. It was something different and I find it pretty entertaining, so I recommend you go give it a watch if you haven't yet. But anyways, first we have 7 volumes of the Super Mario 4 Coma Manga Theater series, with this being the first volume, based on Super Mario World. It was published by Enix in 1991. Then Volume 2, also based on Super Mario World and from the same year. These are anthology manga, so each one has a dozen or so creators, or mangaka as they're known, working on it, which can yield a variety of art styles. Volume 3, again more Super Mario World, though this time from 1992. This one is actually autographed presumably by one of the mangaka, which is pretty awesome. Then I don't have Volume 4, but here's Volume 5 from 1993, which is based on my favorite Game Boy game, Super Mario Land 2, though it's worth noting that they don't strictly follow the cover feature, like this one has way more Super Mario Kart and Super Mario World content than it does Super Mario Land 2. Volume 6 is Wario Land themed, dated 1994, but again covers a range of games, everything from Super Mario Bros. 3 to the Japanese-only game Mario and Wario. Volume 7 from the same year has a cover that seems to embrace its eclectic contents, covering all the games I've mentioned and then some. And then the last volume of the Super Mario 4 Coma Manga Theater series that I have is Volume 8 from the following year, which much to my satisfaction again has a Super Mario Land 2 cover. Next is Super Mario Short Comics Theater from 1996, which is a similar anthology book from the same publisher, but this one isn't in the 4 Coma style, which are like 4-panel comic strips. This one instead is comprised of short stories that usually last 8 pages. Then we move on to the 4 Coma Manga Kingdom series from Futabasha, part of their Action Comics line I believe. There were several runs or sometimes just a single volume based on different games and or eras, with this one being the first volume of their Super Mario run, dated 1992. This is another 4 Coma anthology series, so it's a lot like the other series we are looking at, and is even once again heavy with Super Mario World content while still touching upon other games as well. There was at least one Mario volume published each year until 2002, though I'm missing a bunch until this next one from 1999. This is their sole volume for the original Mario Party, and at this point, the contents begin being based only on the cover feature. Then we have another Mario Party volume from the same year, but now we've moved on to yet another multi-mangaka 4 Coma series, this time called 4 Coma Gag Battle, published by Kobunsha. The subsequent volume, published a few years later in 2002, is the first of 2 based on Super Mario Sunshine. I've got to say, I'm really happy to add all these collectibles based on these games I love to my collection. Then, in 2003, Kobunsha skipped Mario Parties 2 and 3 and went straight to 4, my favorite Mario Party game since it retained the charm and gameplay of the Nintendo 64 entries, but introduced team co-op into the mix. And then, the following year, they made a volume based on Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga, known in Japan as Mario & Luigi RPG. This brings us to the end today, so thank you for sticking with me the whole time. But if you'd like to see even more Mario goodness, make sure to consider following me over on Instagram, where I'm always sharing new and old Mario collectibles, such as some Mario Kart Super Circuit promotional pieces I also got in October. And of course, consider subscribing to me here as well if you haven't yet, and all that other good stuff. It's free and easy to do, and reading your comments really is one of my favorite parts of making these videos, so please leave one if you've got anything to say. With all that, thanks for watching.